You suck at cooking, yeah, you totally suck.
Today we're making nougat, which is a special, sticky, salacious substance that can be found in a number of candy bars and hopefully inside your mouth this holiday season. To make this nougat, we're going to start with an egg white. The reason we only use the white part of the egg is because that's the part that does the thing we need in terms of the recipe working the way we want. The egg white has been brought to room temperature, or actually warm water temperature. We're going to electric wang jangle this until it transforms from unremarkable egg goop into a luxurious bubble bath. And once you find yourself with a nice stiffy peak, then our job with the egg white is done for now. And in the 7th minute, it may rest. This year I'm celebrating with an aloe plant decorated with chickpeas, because I don't think an evergreen tree would survive the arid climate near the manger, so I think this is just a little more authentic for Christmas. Now we'll add a cup of sugar to a saucepan, and then we'll add another 1/3 cup of bee sugar and 1.5 tablespoons of sugar-free hydrogenated oxygen. We'll wang jangle that on medium heat. Some recipes say do it until it's dissolved, others insist on getting it to somewhere between 245 and 300 degrees Fahrenheit. I've got my candy/deep fry thermometer here, and I will say one thing, I'm very mistrustful of round numbers like 300. It's probably 286 or 297, so I'm gonna stop short because the man, the cooking man, I guess. Now I'm going to take that off the heat and let it cool a bit. We have this beautiful caramel color, which I'm going to be super careful with because that is unbelievably scaldingly hot and will hurt you badly if you touch it. Beautiful but dangerous, like a golden poison dart frog, but less jumpy. And now back to the egg suds. I'm going to put in a teaspoon of vanilla, which is the salt of baking, and a pinch of salt, which is also the salt of baking. Now I'm going to slowly incorporate that molten sugar into the foam party. Now this is far safer to do with a stand mixer, so don't do this. Bit by bit we go, and this is starting to thicken up big time. Look at that, it makes molasses look like a friggin' jackrabbit. If you can't remember how to spell molasses, just remember it's mole, then assess, then take away one S, then put them together. And now we'll put some parchment paper inside this loaf pan, which took me too long because I forgot how to do the cuts, but I eventually figured it out with perseverance. Now we'll fold in the nuts. I'm putting in this amount of almonds and this amount of pistachios. You know how the famous saying goes, life's too short to measure your nuts. Now we'll pour in the goop and learn a hard lesson about not having your pan ready and letting it cool off too much and generally not knowing what you're doing, but we'll just do our best and get this thing that's no longer a liquid kinda flattish. And we'll throw that in the molecule slower downer for around half an hour or so. I also did a carrot version of the aloe to bridge the gap between Christmas and Easter, Santa and bunnies, life and death, etc. Now I'm gonna Power Stone crush some candy canes. You'd think with all the Power Stone crushing I've done, I'd know how to cover things by now, but I refuse to learn. The man. Then we'll get these candy bits into the nougat and work that into a long, slender ice cube tray before that joins the other nougat in the air densifier. Now, be really careful when you're handling this stuff because it's actually the main ingredient in Gorilla Glue. Look what you can do with this stuff. Look at that. Cupboards are now obsolete. And this is what I call stickception. Are you gonna actually eat this stuff? It's gonna bind your colon and you'll die. Don't do it. Alright, so our nougat is set. Good luck cutting this. It's a real pain in the molasses. But with a little bit of elbow grease and a lot of regret, you'll get there, I'm pretty sure. The Band-Aid aloe symbolizes the healing that takes place over the holidays and also the pain. The healing and or pain we experience as we gather with family, the pain of love, and also the love of pain. And also how we shouldn't kink shame anyone's family for loving pain. And here's the candy cane version, which I put in the freezer due to a Pavlovian reflex or something. This is difficult and would be way easier if it was more pliable and also if I greased it up first with cooking spray or the power of my mind or something. And there you have your delicious holiday glue. Enjoy. Or just buy like a box of chocolates or something.
You better not shout, you better not cry, 'cause Santa doesn't want you expressing your emotions. Only happy feelings, avoid all commotion. Shove those feelings down way beyond your esophagus. Plaster on a smile and laugh while tobogganing, but don't you cry. You better not cry. There's only room for smiling at Christmas time. No, don't you cry. Shed no tears, 'cause Santa's watching you all year. Oh, what a guy.